Hello.
Hi, folks.
Tonight we have a surprise taste test. And when I say surprise, I mean Joe and Craig do not know what these are. And I'm going to have them taste them, and then we'll see if they can guess.
What do you think about this, Craig?
Yeah, this is going to be good.
And I think they're going to be good, but... Okay. Any guesses by looking at it, what it is?
Well, they're kind of heavy, so I'm gonna say I'd say are these like bean pod things?
No, they're not called bean pods. I like them. Do you like them?
Is this peanut butter?
Yes, it is peanut butter.
Tastes like chicken.
Do you know what these are called when they look like this?
What are they?
Sometimes they're frozen. Let's see if I can hold that up close enough.
About?
These are Japanese style peanut mochi. So it's mochi filled with peanut butter. Now I wonder if you can freeze these since they have the frozen mochi in the ice cream case, or if that mochi's different. But I really do like these.
Yeah, all right.
Here's the box. I got these from an Asian market when we were on our way back from Minnesota. There you go.
In case anybody's wanting to see it, you can stop the film, look at it.
And each one of these has 130 calories in it. I really could use a drink of water though. I did like them though. I felt like it was very filling.
So,
In other news, Craig, what would you like to talk about tonight?
what are we doing here on this for JSPM anyway?
Well, that was what this is, Japanese style peanut mochi. In case I forgot, that was just my hint.
Oh.
But what would you like to talk about tonight? That's not in here.
These are eating
We
it.
take down the Christmas stuff.
Yes, and you'll see that later in the video. I did a little video, Craig taking down the stuff out of his room. Craig's always my one that makes sure the Christmas stuff comes down before February. He always wants it taken down January 1st. This year I am, and I think I say this later in the video too, but I am having severe pain in my shoulder and my neck here. I think I have a pinched nerve. So I haven't been moving very fast, really. But today, Craig was... we were staying home all day, taking care of a sick little Josie, and Craig wanted it down. So I think what he really wants taken down the most is the stuff in his room. So I brought him all the things, and Craig took down his tree, except for the lights, all by himself. You did a great job.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Doing great, Mama.
Okay. This week, maybe it was last week, but Joe has this problem with the colors of the rainbow.
Well, I can help.
What colors are in the rainbow, Craig?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
Craig said indigo. Joe wants to know when indigo was introduced.
Indigo and violet.
Well, it's always been violet because I learned violet. When I learned the colors of the rainbow, I think I was in middle school. You learned it by Roy G. B. V. So it was red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. But Stephanie says she learned it as Roy G. Biv. So indigo was in there when she learned it. I don't remember indigo. Let me know, when you learned the colors of the rainbow, was indigo included? Or is that something that's fairly new?
I don't remember any of that. All I remember is purple. Why is it not purple?
But I never heard it called purple though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, that's something that we've been discussing this week. Sometimes we discuss some strange things. Like today, Joe wanted to know what shape is an egg, because on this show we were watching.
Oval.
Yes, that's what they said. And Joe thought it was.
It's not. I thought an egg's got its own shape.
An egg shape.
Yeah, egg shape, but an egg is not oval. If it was oval, there would be no birds would be born, because the eggs are that way so they'll stand up and they can peck through that part of the shell up there a little easier and everything. And of course Nancy had to look it up because she was hoping that I was wrong.
Well, I just knew I had never heard it called anything else.
Yeah,
And
I knew there was
honestly,
another name from back in.
I've never
in
gave
science.
it any thought.
Yeah.
I've always heard that something is egg-shaped. I've heard that used as a term.
Would you say?
But if you asked me what shape it was, I would say it's
ovioid?
oval. It's ovoid. So I looked it
Ovoid,
up,
yeah.
and the technical
Ovoid.
term is ovoid, is the shape of an egg. But if you compare it to other shapes, you would say oval.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my thought is, if you can teach kids
It's okay, Craig. It's
like
okay.
trapezoid shapes and all those, why not teach them that an egg's not an oval?
Well, they may when they get to it, because I never learned about a trapezoid really when I learned my shapes.
Oh, they're talking about them on like that Miss Rachel and everything now. They talk about a trapezoid. Octagon used to be for us because of the stop sign was a part of this thing.
Okay, Craig, you're all right.
Anyway, Craig
Okay.
doesn't like shapes.
Craig
He's anti-shape.
says, Craig says it's oval, just like they
It's
said it
oval.
was. Okay, all right. Let us know in the comments if you've ever heard that an egg is ovoid shape. Now, we had someone ask us this, and I think Craig kind of answered it on the train, but I never got around to giving Joe and I's comments. What is your favorite thing about Iowa, Craig?
We've been to Okoboji
What do you like about living in Iowa?
because corn and the Iowa State Fair, Okoboji, the amount of colonies and Adventureland.
Mm-hmm. Those are good things in Iowa, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
Well, I like his corn
Craig,
because
it's okay.
I would elaborate that sweet corn, and of course sweet corn's got tons of carbs, but those are good carbs. While you're eating sweet corn.
You just can't count them when you're eating corn on the cob.
Oh my word.
It's too good.
So good.
Well, my favorite thing is because my family's here. But I do enjoy living in Iowa. I don't have any complaints. I like that we have 4 seasons. And I like the small towns in Iowa. I think Iowa's a fairly low crime state. Anyway,
Yeah.
the area we live. Well, we live in Des Moines, which is it the biggest city? It's
Yes.
the state capital.
Yeah, it's the biggest city in Iowa.
And there is-
which is a small city
Right.
in
Craig,
most
it's
states.
okay. Do you want to be done?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell everyone goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. Craig's had enough of these conversations. Des Moines does have crime. Some may say it's a high crime rate, but it's kind of like anywhere else. You have to be in the right place. Like if you
You got to be in
There's-
the wrong place.
it's like San Francisco has that stigma about it, that there's a lot of crime, but we didn't see the crime. It's just certain areas are high crime areas, and you stay away from those, and that's kind of how it is in Des Moines too.
Our high crime areas are so
Right,
small compared
yeah.
to big,
Well-
actual big cities. Iowa is a very, very safe place to live.
And California had made some laws that made crime worse, with that they weren't prosecuting anyone if they shoplifted or stole an amount less than $900. So
$950.
So that increased in that crime. In fact, it got pretty rampant. And recently they've changed that law, so hopefully that will get better for them. What do you like about Iowa, Joe?
I like sweet corn.
I do like sweet corn.
No, I mean, I already said Iowa's a very safe place to live. And when I say safe, it's a lot of different things. Traffic. Even in Des Moines, traffic is nothing compared to other. There's no, unless there's an accident on one of our main thoroughfares through Des Moines, like our freeway, and we don't have a very long freeway either. But if there's a wreck on that, it really backs traffic up. Then, but not like LA or anything. It might back it up, and people complain that, oh my gosh, it took me 45 minutes to get home instead of 22 minutes. You know, that's it. Put it in
comparison.
to other places. So
Also-
travel is very safe in Iowa.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's the only thing I've ever known. I've always, except for going to college, I've always lived in Iowa.
Well, in southern Missouri, and
that's-
even northern Missouri, where you went,
It's all
is a
comparable to
lot.
Iowa.
similar to Iowa. You were in smaller towns.
If you were to pick somewhere else to live, what state would you choose?
Who, me?
Yeah. I haven't thought of mine yet.
Maybe like Kentucky, Tennessee type areas.
Is that because of the bourbon?
It is in Bourbon. That does happen to be Bourbon Row. But no, I've always thought that would be nice because they do get a little bit of winter. And they might get a really bad storm or ice like once every few years.
I'd like to move to Truckee.
What state's that?
Is that Nevada?
It isn't. I think it is Nevada.
That's what I was thinking it was. There was Truckee. 2 small towns that we went through. There was Truckee, and then there was another one. Yeah, but there were 2 that looked like amazing places. And I'm thinking the one I'm thinking of is Truckee, where one of our viewers lives. Named
One thing about Iowa, if you're traveling, you never have to travel all the way across the country to get someplace. We literally only have to, at the absolute most, we have to travel halfway across the country because we're halfway between everything, except the South, I guess. We're in the center of Iowa now. We were a little farther south.
So tell me, where do you think is the best place to live in the United States? There are several places that we've seen videos on that I think would be great places to live.
Where do you live, and is that where you'd want to live, or would you think you should move someplace else too? Mm-hmm. I have no intentions on moving.
Oh, I don't have any intentions on ever moving either. There are many places I'd like to visit, though. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at ourdailyview1992@gmail.com. I'll be free to answer any of your questions or listen if you just need someone to listen. As far as advice, I don't know how much advice I'll have. My advice about autism would be what we've experienced with Craig. But I will sure listen to you and tell you what our experiences are with that. And if you'd like if you would like for us to discuss anything on the channel, please let me know. I'd like to try and sit down and do more of these talks and be able to connect more with you guys. I feel like with all of our vacations last year, I kind of got away from that, and I'm really going to try and get back to just sitting down and talking with everyone and letting you know we're here, we care, we'd love to hear from you, and thank you so much for watching. Your likes and comments help more than you even know. It's always great to hear from you.
Yeah, I don't read all the comments, but I go through a lot of them and everything, and it's very heartwarming to read. I mean, man, it's a lot of kind comments, a lot of just
very kind.
Great stuff. It's great to hear, that a lot of you are in a similar boat, or maybe you're starting your travel down that road. Your children are younger and everything, or that you don't have any autistic people even in your family, and that you just think we're goofy.
Or that you yourself are on the spectrum, and you like seeing Craig because you feel like you connect to him.
Yep.
All of those things mean a lot to us, and I do feel like your family. One of the things I'm the most thankful for in the last couple of years is this YouTube family. I feel like I have more friends than I've ever had in my whole life. And I wish that I could get to know each of you personally. Someday maybe we'll figure out a way to do a meetup somewhere. I would love to meet you guys and be able to put a face with a name.
Yeah, it's like when we stopped in that one town on the train, and those people had the sign out and sent some stuff onto the train for Craig.
Yeah.
We had a short stop there. If we wouldn't have been eating lunch, we could have shot out there and met him, and that's such a regret.
I know,
because we were there like probably 7 to 10 minutes. Easily could have got outside, shook hands, hugged.
Yeah, we were just in the wrong.
Did a little laughing.
The wrong place.
So one main thing we wanted to say today is we want to come out and let everybody know that yes, a couple people had guessed this, but we are actually extraterrestrials.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Yes, Yes.
We're from the planet Bourbonomia.
Joe does come up with some really...
We are here. We are here for your mountain water. I don't know. One recommendation. Wild Turkey, Jimmy Russell Tribute. If you haven't got that, if the few of you on here that are bourbon lovers or you know somebody is, it's not the easiest bottle to find. None of it's left around in Iowa and everything. Got lucky enough. I've got one and my brother-in-law both got one of them. And it is great. Jimmy Russell's, it's a 70th anniversary. The guy's been in the bourbon business for 70 years. So you imagine, I mean, it's like 86, I think.
What makes it better than the other bourbons?
It was smoother. Wild Turkey 101, that's what this is. It's the same exact juice as that. It's a good middle range bourbon. You can pick it up for as low as some places have, like $22 up to around here it's higher. It's like $29. But yeah, it's a great bourbon. I think what it is, my gut says that they probably turned the barrels more, and they pulled them all out of the heart of the warehouse where maybe the temperature fluctuations weren't as big, but they got them turned enough that it soaked up enough of the charcoal fired juices. I don't know. I've never been through a bourbon distillery or anything. Just kind of know what I've read, what I've watched on YouTube, and
it just tastes good.
Yeah, and just like my extraterrestrial thing, surprise, surprise, a lot of what's on YouTube is lies. So it's hard to tell, what you believe, what you don't.
I think I'm gonna make this the thumbnail for this. You're going to be an alien sitting beside me.
There you go.
Please stay with us and watch the rest of the video. Craig and I went to eat at one of his favorite places in Des Moines, Baratta's, and then we went to Menards and to shop for some peanuts because we ran out of peanuts for the birds.
I had a sick little girl laying on me the whole time.
Yeah. With that, I think we'll say so long for now, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace from Barbonia.
Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Mama.
Can you do an intro for our video?
Hi there, and welcome to our Daily View. And today we're having lunch at Baratta's and get my pills at Hy-Vee.
And we need to go to Menards and get some peanuts for the birds.
See you later.
There have been lots and lots of birds. There's not as many cardinals now. We've just been getting so many cardinals. And lots of woodpeckers, blue jays, just every kind of bird that comes in the winter. But it's too cold to put my camera out right now. Mostly right now all I see is sparrows, and we've had an abundance of sparrows. Oh, I see a woodpecker over there on the suet feeder. Suet. What are you talking about, you silly boy? No smiles today. Colby's been feeling a little bit under the weather, but he's been very smiley and talkative today. He's got Papa, so he's happy.
Some birds out there.
Yep, he's looking at the birds. We are about to go into Baratta's for lunch. Baratta's is in Des Moines, Iowa. It's on Union. It's kind of down in the middle of a residential area. In fact, you probably would never see Baratta's unless you knew that it was here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what the specials are.
Prime rib and raspberry Moscow mule.
Thank you. Hi. Okay, show us how you feel about getting lasagna for lunch.
I can't wait for lasagna for lunch.
No, give me that smile you just made. They do have the best lasagna here. I was tempted to get it myself. Craig, what was your favorite part of New Year's Eve?
Disco duck.
You like dancing to Disco Duck, even though Alexa wasn't getting it right at first?
Yeah, and the girls fussed.
Yeah, the girls cried. But in the end, it was okay, right?
Right.
What was your favorite thing that you got in the treat bags?
Nutella.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had Nutella before?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Before the meal comes out, they do bring you some delicious, I think it's sourdough bread. It's so good. Some butter. You get about 2 pieces for each person. And definitely one of Craig's favorite things. What do you say about the bread? You asked me to do it how?
Butter side up.
Butter side up. Did I mention that the bread is warm? So good. This is Craig's salad. That's what he wanted for a side. He got a salad with Caesar dressing, and they gave him extra croutons. We have like the most wonderful waitress here. A little look around the restaurant. We're in the bar area. This is a pretty large restaurant. We choose to sit in the bar area because number one, we really like the waitress that's in here, and number two, the Wi-Fi works better in here, which is a pretty big deal for Craig. Craig's lasagna has arrived. Look at that, all that cheesy goodness. Craig really doesn't like the cheese stretch though. I'll give you a little closer look. So nice. It has such a good sauce on it. How's it taste, Craig?
Good.
Here's my meatball sandwich. It comes with some marinara too, so you can put extra marinara on it or dip it. And there's a cross section for you. Homemade meatballs. They are so good. And the fries are nice and crispy, just like I like them. In fact, I like to dip the fries in the marinara sauce. It's so good. Can you give me a review?
Yes. Baratta's is the best place to be. The lasagna is delicious. The waitress is nice. I give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, and a Craigie Vavro silver approval.
My meatball sandwich was delicious. The total for a meal was a little over $31, which very reasonable for lunch. And our lunches both came with sides. And Craig got a drink. I just had water. But honestly, the best lunch I've had in a while. I've had a lot of good lunches, but the meatball sandwich here is just amazing. And Craig really loved that lasagna. If you're in the Des Moines area, put it into your Google Maps, Baratta's. It's just right down Union Street. It's not really hard to find. If you're not familiar with the area, you would never probably drive past it, but it's definitely worth the stop. Our next stop is Menards because we have to buy some more peanuts for the birds. Those blue jays and the woodpeckers love the peanuts. It looks like Menards has a deal going on where anything you put in the bag is 15% off. The first item going into our bag is this cheese and caramel popcorn mix. This, I don't know how you say this. I thought it was Craters, but it's not. Craters? Craters? It'd be Craters. This is really good, addictive. We have come to the area of the birdseed. Now we just have to find peanuts. Let's see, did they move it? No, I see birdseed. I see bird houses, bird feeders. Here's this one that looks like an acorn. A little mushroom birdhouse. I think I found the birdseed aisle. Now we have to find peanuts, Craig. Can you help me find peanuts? I need to, yes, get that down for me. We have found that Menards has the best price on unsalted peanuts in the shell. You find them in the birdseed aisle at the end. We make sure that we got the unsalted, but they have to be, or they wouldn't sell them in the birdseed aisle. This is something, this little, the titmouse, the tufted titmouse, we haven't seen him yet this year. Nuthatches, we are definitely seeing plenty of the woodpeckers and the cardinals. I didn't know the cardinals ate the peanuts, and the blue jays. I would say we have our bag stuffed full. I don't know if you can use more than one bag. I'm trying to figure that out. Alright, next I want to check out this Christmas I see down here because surely it's on markdown at this point. And the Christmas items are 50% off. This elf riding a bicycle. Mr. Christmas. Oh, you can record a special message. These little candles for half of $12.99. These guys are really cute. Are they blow molds? They are. This doesn't really look like a blow mold, but it is. To me, it looks ceramic. They'd be around $10. I actually have one about like this. And they also have these three elves riding a sled. I think the girls would love this. I don't know exactly what they do, though. I'd love to see what they do. They have tons of lights left for half off. And they also have these jingle bell garlands. They're kind of cool. I'm not sure where you would put them. Like, they'd be fun hanging across a doorway, maybe. Remind me of Santa's sleigh. Looks like they still have some light displays. Those deer are really pretty. And I don't know if that's one or two. It's half of 70, so it'd be $40. But I'm just not sure if that's for one deer. I think it is for the big one, I think. We have a set of polar bears. A Christmas tree. That would actually be really cute next to our Peanuts Gang nativity. Look at this giant deer. That is really pretty, but I mean, is it 8 foot high? It looks so big. I'm gonna go around and see what the size is. It's a colossal doe, but it doesn't say the height. It's really hard to judge down here, but it is colossal indeed. And it's half of $2.49, so like $1.25. There's a snowman with some cardinals. These are cute. They'd be around $50 each. Is it a squishy?
Tex Avery's.
No, what is that?
It's a pop dinosaurs.
Let me see. It's got the funny eyes, doesn't it? Oh, yes. The eyes do pop out. That's funny. They're $1.99 each. All of this stuff is on clearance too. They even have some Thai Santa beanies for $3.99 and a snowman. Of course, any of this stuff, if you put it in the bag, would be 15% off of the sale price. Here's a surprise capsule for $2.99. I'm going to put this in our bag. I had to come over here and see this display set because it's kind of like a village. It's a UFO, and then it looks like an army tank. What's the name of this? Animated tractor team beam up, picking up a Jeep. Interesting. They have lots of things. They have lots of different sets like these. This one has M&M guys in it. I don't know if I've ever seen these before. These down here have prices. Like this one is $89.99, one $49.99. Yeah. She's not feeling so good. We're just going to snuggle all day. Yeah. What are you doing, Craig?
Taking the tree down, Mama. My Christmas stuff.
You seem pretty excited to take it down.
Yeah.
Just get back to normal.
Yeah.
Craig does have a rule that Christmas decorations are supposed to come down on the day after New Year's, but this year I didn't get that accomplished, but we are working on that today. You get to look at each one of them as you take it off, right? And that's kind of fun too. I think Craig might have to get a bigger tree someday. He's getting a lot of ornaments. What are you watching on YouTube?
Disney Cruise Line.
You're watching the trackers on a cruise, right?
Yeah. Because we've never been in cruises in years, Mom.
Well, we've never been on a cruise.
Yeah, we've never been on a cruise before. But I think we prefer resort houses.
Yeah. I think you probably have more fun at a resort house. I don't know. Someday we might try a short cruise.
Short cruise.
Yeah. So what's our next holiday coming up?
Australia Day, mate.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. What are we going to do for Australia Day?
Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. We'll see if we can come up with something else. All right. We better put that on the calendar. What day is Australia Day?
On the 26th.
Oh, there it is. On the 26th,
Well,
Australia Day.
But at my point...
Put that on your calendars, people.
Just see it.
What do you think about The Wizard of Oz?
It was wonderful. Terrific.
Do you want to see Wicked?
No.
I want to see it when it comes out where I can watch it for free, but I've heard only good things about it. What about Mufasa?
No.
Did you ever find out when Paddington Bear comes out?
Yeah, Paddington. I don't know what the third movie released. What day?
Okay, let's ask Alexa.
Alexa, when's Paddington 3 released?
That's
February 14th.
on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Well, we probably won't go on that day, but we'll go the following week. I'm anxious. I loved the Paddington Bear movies. Especially the one where he goes to prison.
Yeah.
That's such a funny one. So that's what our Saturday is. We are taking down decorations. I am having serious pain in my shoulder, so I'm going to do as much as I can. Also, we have Josie coming over pretty soon because she got sick during the night, and Stephanie and Dusty have a celebration of life they want to go to today. So Livy's coming over. Not Livy. Josie's coming over. And then we'll see what else we do. Right, Craig? When we were at Menards, I found this surprise capsule, a Disney 100 surprise capsule. I found it in the clearance aisle. I'm going to have Craig open it up now. Let's see what's inside. I have never seen one of these, so I have no idea what to expect. Oops, something fell on the floor. I'll open it up over here on the bed. There you go. Now, this is actually Sunday, and today Stephanie was sick, so Craig didn't get to have his Craig and Steph day. But tomorrow we're going to go out and have some fun.
It's Woody.
Oh, how cute. He has a little stand.
Darn it all.
Frustrating, huh? Here, can I see him? There he is. He's super cute. And then he came with this little block.
And Forky.
And, oh, let me see Forky. I love Forky.
I love you, Forky.
Yeah. Well, this was a really good surprise one. I like it. There we go. Very nice. That was a fun one.
And this has been the Wonderful World Des Moines. Sponsored by Baratta's, home of lasagna and salads and soups. It's Baratta-rific. Well, good night, everybody, and keep on having a great day.